All right, so I guess I'm doing this for the bit, but this could be potentially not fun on my end. I've got all the lights and stuff wired up on the Classic. I'm gonna drive the Classic probably at 250 miles this evening to the cabin and back. Howdy, welcome back to the Addicted Motors YouTube channel. My name is Troy, and today we're gonna talk about driving lights. And well, do you need them? How cheap they are? How easy are they to install? And where do you buy them? And this one sponsored by the AUXbeam company, who have sent me another set. Again, they've sent me 2 sets. I've purchased one, and then they sent me another set because all my trucks need winches and massive driving lights. That's what everyone needs. So in particular, they were kind enough to send me this set of AUXbeam Pro Series 360s. These are 9-inch driving lights, which are pretty wild. The ones that I have on the truck already, these are 7-inch, I believe. And these are the ones I did purchase myself. And I have these on the Classic ARB and, sorry, not the Classic, the D1 and my other D1. And I bought and have kind of pursued this particular company for a reason. It's because it's very easy to install them. And what I'm gonna do today is, since I've already installed these, I'll show you kind of how I did it and what you do for it. And then I'm gonna install, well, partially install this set of the 360s onto the Classic. We're gonna do the wiring on the Classic. I'm gonna show you how easy it is, because if you're like me, I'm terrible at wiring. I don't really want to hook up relays and fuses or bore into the dash or anything like that. I just want the lights in, and I want to be able to move them from truck to truck, and I want them to be bright, and that's what my requirements are, and these satisfy them very well. All right, since I already installed this set, I'll show you what to do. And now these little add-ons are actually a ditch light extender that I've used for some of these trucks that have brush guards or grill guards to kind of extend the light outward, just because the stock factory mounts, especially on like the Classic ARB, do not protrude out far enough to fit a bigger light. So these are amazingly plug and play. So here's your switch, watertight connectors, runs down there. I ran it up under, I guess that part of the radiator, and then here you go, right here. Here's the fun part. Connected to the battery, it's got the fuse, it's got the relay already on there, and then I just ran the switch signal cable down the side of the truck, on the inside, down below in the engine bay there, and then boop, 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 up through the tunnel for the transfer case. And I just have a little switch that I put right there on the trailer brake controller, and that's it. That's how easy it is to install. I didn't have to, again, tap in any circuits or relays or anything like that. It comes with the switch, comes with everything you see there, and you just have to find a good entrance into the vehicle via the firewall or underneath, and you've got lights. So that being said, let's unbox these lights, the big ones. Let's get them on the truck and get the slightly smaller ones on the Classic so we can kind of complete that build. Real excited. Again, I've got 4 trucks with winches and big ass driving lights, and what else can you need in life? All right, let's pull these out. Now, AUXbeam, again, really easy to work with. I haven't found any faults in any of the product as far as quality or anything like that. I think these retail for $279 or $399 or something like that. They're fairly inexpensive compared to some of the other options. Like, they're incredibly high quality for what I use them for. Again, nice, neat packaging. You get all the mounting hardware and whatnot that you need. Your plug and play. So again, I can probably pull that out and just plug these in, and that's really all I need. But these are big. And when I tell you they're bright, they're really bright. It's brighter than I need at all. It's the sun. But that's absolutely fine for me driving to the cabin at night on secluded roads with my crappy factory lights. So this is kind of a game changer. All right, so we're gonna have a bit of a change of plans here. We're gonna actually put these on the Classic. So what I've done so far, they are massive, but you know, bigger is always better. I have these ditch light mounting brackets which help the clearance of these larger lights, and actually any lights for an ARB bumper on a Classic, just because of the way that it's kind of curved like this. It's hard to get anything over think it's 4 inches or something in the space that's provided. So this is gonna help us stick out a little more. I just put those on. We are gonna slap on the big 360s, mount them here. Hopefully it's not gonna stop all my airflow in the radiator, and then wire it up. And it, again, should take probably about five or so minutes. Again, comes with all the hardware you need, a complete harness with switches, relays, fuses. You just hook it up to the battery, and it shouldn't cause any battery drain or anything like that. And yeah, again, everything it needs right here. So these larger lights, again, I kind of like the kind of quick disconnect in the back if I don't ever want to take the lights off and just have them off for whatever reason. If I'm going somewhere, a long trip, and I just don't need that on the front of the truck, I could just disconnect it. It gives you a couple different mounting areas and a nice rubber pads, just depending on where you're going to put it. So again, a lot of options. They kind of thought of everything with this kit, and that makes it pretty user-friendly. So we're just gonna stick this in and slap them on. All right, step 2. Wiring. Now, I don't want to use the word wiring because there's really nothing to wire. Again, we've got a self-contained harness. Everything is hooked up. You just need to plug it in and route it the way you want to route it, and you're good to go. So separate it all out. Figure out, you know, it does, you know, I don't know how long this is. Yeah, so the battery is on that side. We're going to connect it up provisionally to the battery. Route this under through here and plug it in like we did for the winch, and easy. Get this plugged in right now. All right, so I got this one plugged in, this one plugged in. And again, you can kind of cut this back and clean it up well later, but for now, that's good. The separation's fine. We've got it routed quick and easy and cheap and right through there. Again, this is probably harder on a modern vehicle, but that's why I like these old trucks. You just, if it fits, it sits, and you're good to go. I love it. And there it is. It doesn't get any easier than that. All right, so we got everything hooked up. I got my switch routed and let's call it provisionally installed. Let's see if it works. Ta-da! Yeah, baby. Whew, geez, those are wild. I can't see, I am blind. I think I'm completely blind. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell those are effective. I can't look at it with my eyeballs, but that's like looking at the sun. So I think that does it. I think we've effectively installed light in about 5 or 6 minutes. So I'm gonna tighten everything up, a little bit of wire management there, and yeah, we're gonna see what this looks like at night. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Is this the easiest, quickest way for effective, reliable, you know, bright light? I mean, again, that's what we're going for here. Not going for full-on aesthetics, but I'm going for a pretty quality product that installs easily, and I can move it from truck to truck also. I mean, this isn't installed, you know, permanently. I can, new truck, new lights, new bumper, swap it over, no problem. 5-10 minutes, find a hole. I mean, the biggest thing is finding a hole in the firewall, but I think, again, this AUXbeam stuff, it's decent. And, you know, like I said, I know they sent me some of this, but I've requested more and more because I think it's a pretty quality product. All right, so I guess I'm doing this for the bit, but this could be potentially not fun on my end. I've got the all the lights and stuff wired up on the Classic. I'm gonna drive the Classic probably at 250 miles this evening to the cabin and back. And I've added the lights, obviously, for the nighttime driving that will ensue up and down the cabin driveway and through the back roads there so they don't hit deer. But I haven't driven this thing more than like 10 miles from my house in 2 years, so this could go wrong. So I don't know, maybe this will be a real Addicted Motors video anyhow. Yeah. All right, so yeah, the Classic hasn't left Richmond proper since I brought it back from the cabin to repair the floors, which was 2 years ago. And had no floors, experiencing kind of that stalling, cutting out issue from the bad O2 sensors. And since then I haven't done too much to it besides the welding and whatnot. Seat covers, I've got the Hunter interior, I put the ARB on it, I have the driving lights on it, I have the super winch on it. Oh yeah, I forgot, we did the water pump and the thermostat, coolant flush, and the power steering gear reseal, at least just on the bottom gasket, so it's not pissing power steering fluid anymore. But that's it. I haven't really taken it on the open road in a very long time, so this will be a up and back. I mean, I'm putting this thing right through the paces. So we're going right into the gauntlet. I got a full tank of gas. We've topped up all the fluids, checked all the diffs, and yeah, this could have been a nice, relaxing afternoon for myself. But I'm gonna test my own mechanical abilities and that of this dilapidated piece of junk Land Rover for your visual entertainment. Or it'll be fine, we'll see. So it's funny, and I do this a lot. You know, I could choose a comfortable route or a less comfortable route, and it is a bit of a game to me to take these vehicles that I have in various states of repair or disrepair. And let me be straight, I want my vehicles to function properly. So even though outwardly they might not appear to be well maintained, I do a pretty decent job on staying on top of things. And again, the Classic is no different from that. But it's a bit of a validation, I guess, when you do these drives, and I could be jinxing myself, whether or not, your attention to detail or monitoring of an old vehicle is up to snuff to ensure that you get there and back as intended in a reasonable manner, not in the back of a flatbed. So, being able to pull that off every once in a while definitely validates, the ownership of these things and my ability to keep it up. And, from time to time, you gotta roll the dice, so that's what we're doing. That is what we are doing. So, more things on the Classic. Things I feel when I'm driving it. Well, when I get off the gas and on the gas, the car kind of shimmies around. I'm sure that those control arm bushings are mint. I mean, they're red, so maybe they've been changed in the last 40 years. Steering, it's a little bit wobbly. I mean, the car tracks straight, but it's, again, the suspension and all the bushings are over 30 years old, probably older. Original OME stuff. And, it's just not very planted at speed. It doesn't help that I've now have the extra weight on the front. I know the back's very light. Smells, feels, a little bit of gas smell probably coming from the back. Rear tailgate doesn't close all the way. These seats pretty comfortable, but again, no cruise control or anything like that. I'm not even sure I'm gonna have a lot of light on the inside because none of the interior lights or anything works. But I do have my armrest, so that's good. The seating position is such that I can just kind of hold the bottom of the wheel, so that's nice. And yeah, I mean, other than that, the brakes I think are sufficient. The power is sufficient. With the new water pump and thermostat, I lowered the operating temperature by a lot, so I think we'll be good on this cool night. So time to send it. Merging onto the open waters. There's nothing better than that look of a Classic hood out in front of you. Well, let's see if she gets up to speed here. Again, I haven't driven her over 60 miles an hour in a long time. All right, we've got 70. It's actually a very nice 70 too. I got a little wobble in the front. I don't think same as far as RPMs go, but this feels fine. A little shimmy in the front, but other than that, 70, 75, it might make it. Steering still sketchy, not great though. So I saw my temp gauge go up a little bit, going up a bit of a mountain pass, checked it. Well, I turned the heat on first, pulled over, checked it. I was at like 160, so I can't ever trust these gauges, but again, that's why I put the 160-degree thermostat in. It's a cool day. Better safe than sorry. It's running great. I'm halfway there. Just have one more big hill to climb, and we should be good to go. I almost forgot I was driving an old car. I was on the phone for a while, and that's when this gets fun. All right, here we go. Big hill, dropping into third gear because we lost all the momentum because of these trucks, and searching for that power band. We got all the smells coming. Ooh, buddy. This hill has tested many vehicles. I think the Rover's gonna make it. It likes it. This is what she's built for. Take me home, baby. Let's go. Beautiful night, headed up into the Blue Ridge Mountains. Alright, so we made it, well, not made it there yet, we're getting close. It's getting darker, so now we're going to do some of that testing on these lights. And it'll probably be much darker by the time we get to the cabin itself, but I want to show you what these things project, even in a low light scenario, not a no light scenario, a low light scenario. It's pretty wild. Right, now, granted, it's darker actually than it shows up on camera. But holy shoot! These things, I haven't even aimed them right. I mean, it's the sun. We are dealing with the sun here. Alright, so we made it to the destination. Back so soon to the cabin, and I'm not pissing coolant everywhere. So, truck did actually pretty darn good. I keep jinxing myself, but we're going to do a little bit of wheeling, take the little bypass to the cabin, and see how these lights work. And then obviously by the time we're done, it's going to be even darker. So we'll get a round 2 of that and see if we make it home. So let's jump in, and I got stuff to do. So let's drop it into low. It's been a while. This truck existed only in low range for about a year. So it's been a while since I've tested her out. Let's take the old trail downhills. It's nice and dry. It hasn't been raining here that much recently, which is nice. Just remember, you can reserve your weekend at Rover Woods and hang out on these trails if you'd like. It's on Airbnb. I'll drop a link in the description below. In my opinion. Yeah, got a little mud on the tires. Back to the main road, almost there. Fun little bypass, it's like having a workout gym in your basement. If you've got your own stuff to play on it, it's pretty fun. All right, let's see if we can make it the rest of the way up and out of here. Should probably tighten those lights down too. Up with the sun. charged up the battery in the cabin disco last time we were here. Oh yeah. Still alive, 240,000 miles. Let that drivetrain settle back in, but I don't know. This is a bit of the little Land Rover-y off-road dream. Let that, remember what life's all about. Let that one cool down and we'll go clean the cabin. So this is again part of the weekly run through, come clean the Rover Woods cabin. Not too bad, make the beds, do the whole thing. You know, we're getting into a little bit of the later months, which means we need to worry about pipes freezing and whatnot, because obviously it gets a lot colder up here a lot sooner and it's not as well insulated from the winter as it might be, and the water's not flowing and whatnot, so always leave something running. It'll probably winterize sometime in January. I'm trying to push it a little farther than I usually do, but everything seems to be in good working order, so I got some work to do and we'll catch you on the way out. But I also, again, I've got spare coolant in that truck for a tire inflator, all the tools you need to fix anything. In case this thing died on the way, I could drive this one back. That's normal mentality, right? Everyone does that. All right, we're all cleaned up here. Place looks great. I mean, I like it. It's pretty cool. You can sit by the fire, drink a glass of bourbon, look at the cool signs, see the stars. It's a nice place to hang out for the weekend. So if this is your thing, like I said, let me know. It could be worse. So we're gonna pack up the Rover, head down the mountain, and see if we can make it home now. That should hold, right? That's factory. All right, so let's fire this puppy up and let's turn the sun on. Oh man, yeah, baby, bigger is better. Again, I'm not looking for candles. I'm looking for light. Man, that is nice and bright. All right. And the classics, these old Rovers just make this trip so much easier. Let's see if we can adjust those a little bit. I don't need them pointed up that high. And actually, let's just check out the fire area. Make sure that's good to go. Yep, I can see it. All right, let's do it. Now, again, the lights, these AUXbeam lights, they serve a dual purpose, because again, I'm flying down a mountain about, I don't know, let's call it 10 miles in pitch black in these old trucks with not good brakes, and again, candlesticks for light, so I don't want to hit a deer, and I don't want to hit anything in my way, so it's a bit of a safety thing for me. I want to preserve my vehicle and, you know, be able to see what's in front of me. And the classic lights aren't that bad, but you know, with the flick of a switch, the sun is up, so I'll take that. Look at it. Yeah, buddy. And again, for the price point, I think these are $250 or something. I mean, lights are lights. Let's go. Tuesdays are fun. I'm not gonna lie, I can't complain about this at all. Let's get out of here. Here's the difference that I'm talking about. And I don't condone driving on normal roads with these lights, but here's what I'm dealing with. It's probably a little blurry, so yeah. right, thanks for watching that video. We made it back without any major issues. Honestly, the Classic kind of continues to impress me just from the standpoint if you kind of keep up with things and monitor your old trucks, they'll return the favor and actually be okay for you. I even drove it out to a vineyard, put another 100 miles on it today, and that was a few days ago. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Remember to check out those AUXbeam 360 lights. I will link that in the video description below, and hopefully have a discount code for you guys in a little bit. Probably have to dial them in a little bit more for the install, but I think they work great and they're very functional. So thanks for watching. Yeah, we bought another 2-door Freelander. Spoiler alert, that'll be on the channel soon. Really excited. More problems.